Hey guys, I want to talk real briefly about our friends over in Michigan. They're fighting a little bit different battle right now because there's some social justice warrioring going on right now over there. You'll remember the Michigan State shooter who shot some people and killed them, purchased 2 firearms legally, and the guy was, let's just say he wasn't all there. The guy also had something that should have prevented him from being able to do any of this stuff because he had some, let's just say, convictions on his record and some things that were pushed against him that should have prevented him from purchasing a firearm, but it didn't. Now, I'm not going to go into the things that they were because we've talked about that in previous videos. I don't think the things that he had on his record should have happened. In other words, they should not have been in place. They were more along the lines of him carrying a firearm where he was not a permitted person. And I don't think that's constitutional. However, he was arrested for that, but he was let go, and those things did not apply to his record. The courts failed in this case. Never let that be a reason why Democrats aren't going to try to put forth, and Republicans too, I might add, rhinos out there like John Cornyn and folks like that, are going to seize on these emotional types of situations to try to put more unconstitutional laws in place. They're not shy about that. I'm not shy about defending our constitutional rights. I don't care how many children you feel like have died as a result of lax gun laws. Gun laws are unconstitutional. You do something to protect children, in this case adults, because this was a college. You put something in place to harden these facilities, and then we can talk. Until we can do that, you're not honest about fixing this problem. So the Democrats are pouncing on dead bodies. They are dancing on these graves. They love this kind of stuff. Don't let them fool you, and don't let them act like they are better than you. They like when there are shootings. They like when people die at the hands of guns so that they will have their excuse to push more unconstitutional laws on you. If they say otherwise, they are lying because they are not serious about trying to minimize or mitigate these types of deaths. There's an 11 bill package spanning SB 76 to SB 86. These would require criminal background checks when purchasing a firearm. It would also incentivize people to store their guns safely and punish those who don't if their firearms fall into the wrong hands. It would also implement red flag provisions, which, as we all know, these are unconstitutional confiscations of legally purchased, legally owned, legally possessed firearms from people who have not committed crimes. You are supposing that they might commit a crime in the future, so you take their guns unconstitutionally prior to any due process taking place. That's against the law. That's unconstitutional. Now, I'd like to point out that nothing in these bills would have prevented this person from doing what he did in Michigan State. Well, hold on a minute, you might be saying. Isn't the whole reason why we have this brand new onslaught of these anti-gun bills because of the Michigan State shooter? So wait a minute. If I have a car that drives off into the ditch, are we suddenly going to make all cars be yellow? A little bit unrelated. Why are we passing any laws if they're not proven or not even supposed to have potentially prevented this person from doing what he did at Michigan State, if that is your reason for putting these new bills up? You know why it doesn't matter? Because you guys have these bills in a queue ready to go. You don't care what happens. You don't care what the reason is as to why you get to release these new bills. All you do is say, we had another shooting, release the bills. Because now you've been waiting with bated breath for this very moment so you can hurry up and release these bills and act like you're doing something. Yay, I'm doing something. It was actually stated, it's not clear whether stronger enforcement would have averted Monday's shooting. We're talking about the Michigan State shooting. Police said Thursday that when they found the suspected MSU shooter, he was carrying 2 guns. They said he bought them legally despite pleading guilty to a previous weapons crime. So they admit in their statement that none of these new laws would have made a difference. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and put them out anywhere. Let's do it. We're going to use the Michigan State shooter to put new bills out, even though they have nothing to do with it and could not have prevented it in any kind of way. Let me be very clear. These people don't care about personal or civic safety. They don't care. You tell them I said that, You send them to me if you want to. I will defend that all day long. They are liars and they are opportunists, and they only do these types of things when people are watching, because this is nothing more than virtue signaling, and look what I did.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.